Welcome, welcome, YouTube. This is the first installment of DC Cannabis Cowboy. We're here to tell you the news and events and goings on of the cannabis community in Washington, D.C. and what it has to offer. And while it might not seem like it has offered to much yet, it is coming. Recently, I have purchased at a dispensary blue cheese, original cheese, pineapple express, blueberry headband. And this is stuff that will rival anything on the West Coast. And we should be proud of this. In these jars are different strains. Some of them, I will admit, were gifted me from the street, and they are just as good. We'll also be doing reviews on those, but mostly focused on what comes from the dispensary. This right here, alcohol-based tincture. It's not just alcohol, it's glycerin. In my opinion, so much better than the other type of tincture out there that is just alcohol. Capital City Care, it said, I don't know if y'all can see this on this, but it said that it comes from bud, while the other comes from trim. And I guarantee you will notice a difference if it comes from bud or from trim. So let me introduce you to some of my pieces here. I'm very proud of them. You know, some of them make a purpose. One of them's not here. Ducky Piposaurus is not here. I feel sad about that. I apologize to the person who gifted it to me. Ducky Piposaurus is a beautiful, beautiful pipe, and I'm sure y'all will see it in the future. Right now, this right here would be Sherman the hash pipe. Normally, I wouldn't smoke out of metal. I mean, you could put a gun to my head and say, smoke this metal shit or die. I'll be like, I'm not going to smoke out of metal. Fuck that. Give me that bullet. But no, hash, I will make an exception for. This specifically came from Georgia. And it plays a role as and it plays a specific role as Savannah was the only city in Georgia that Sherman went through that he did not destroy. He did not burn to the ground, so I'm sure when he got to Savannah, they lit him up a nice fat bowl of Savannah hash and punch and said, please don't burn our city down, Mr. Sherman. We got some pretty cool trees down here. If you've ever seen the weeping willows in Savannah, I would strongly suggest you go see that because they are awesome as all hell. Right here, we have this little rabbit pipe. It means a lot to me. I haven't really named it. My mother gave it to me, showing that her support of my medical marijuana usage, her knowing that it makes me better. So, you know, it means a lot. I've never used it, never will use it. You know, it's more of a tobacco pipe anyways, but the sentimental value of it makes it way, way too more costly for me to ever put a light to this. Here we have the Burning Hornet. It's loaded up with some beautiful, beautiful blue cheese here. I'm gonna love smoking that in a second. Y'all are gonna be jealous as all hell. I know it. I know it because that blue cheese is some tasty, tasty, tasty. But the Burning Hornet has its flaws. Namely, it's an evil-sided pipe. It's a left-handed pipe. Back when there were like battles and shit, and they would look over the field and see birds flying, and if birds were flying on the left hand of the battle flank, they would say, no, we ain't gonna do this. We're not gonna fight those days because we are gonna get burned. And you look at this thing, it looks like a hornet. And I guarantee you, if you're a right-handed person and you put your finger on here and you try to light this thing as a right-handed pipe, your finger will get burned. Therefore, the Burning Hermit. Right here, we have, this came painted originally. You see some of the paint still on it. You know, I wasn't really digging that. But it reminded me of a beaker. A scientific beaker. So we have Beaker Bong. And Beaker Bong, it's been my bad luck to never have had a bowl last more than a week. So I've had to cannibalize this from other things, and it's worked perfectly. You know, hopefully one day I will get a new glass thing for it, but I'm pretty sure as soon as I do that, it'll break within a week. So I'm very happy with this right now. I MacGyvered that situation. I'm happy. Right here, we have two very, very important things. I don't know if you can see this right here. This is the gas mask bong and the peace pipe axe. When the eventual zombie apocalypse happens, the gas mask bong goes on and it does not come off until there are no more zombies. That's the way to handle it. Y'all people are gonna be so jealous, running around the streets being like, oh my god, zombies chasing me. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? But I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna light my ass up that gas mask bong, take my axe here, and go crazy on some zombie asses. That's what I'm gonna do. So good luck to the rest of y'all. But, you know, hopefully that won't be for a long time. I'm really hoping for that. You know, here we got my little vape pens. The Snoop Dogg thing, this wasn't a fucking vape pen. This was a motherfucking, you know, we're gonna light this shit like a cigarette lighter with an electric thing on it, you know. It wasn't worth it. Well, actually, I only spent $20 on it, you know, so it was worth it not having to carry around a lighter all the time. This right here, the Hebe Titan 3, or Titan 2. What can I say about the Hebe Titan 2 other than when it arrived, it was a piece of shit that would not even charge. And it took a month. I ordered this the beginning of December, and it got here in early January. And so I'm like, cool, you know what? Didn't pay that much of a price. I'll take it. Tried to plug that shit in. It didn't work. But luckily, I contacted the people. They told me they will send me a pre-tested pipe, and I'm sure that means they're going to put their mouths all over it and put God knows what kind of smoking thing into it to make sure it still works. Hey, maybe they'll send me something good and it'll be like some like bomb-ass Thai sticks that no one else can get unless you go to China or some shit like that. That would be awesome. I would love them for that. But I somehow seriously doubt that's going to happen. But luckily, they will send me something new in 2 to 3 weeks, and I will have a unboxing and review of how that works, because right now it was a piece of shit. But the first review of marijuana that I have, it's going to have to come from Capital City Care. Capital City Care, they have taken care of me for over a year. I'm loving them. I'm loving them absolutely. I know if I continue on, trying to help y'all guys on YouTube figure out where in DC to go to get some good stuff, I'm gonna have to change some places, and I'm willing to do that. But I'm always coming back to Capital City Care because those people, they've got the best prices. They've got the a reward system that's like, you go to Starbucks, you buy, your coffee, and you get a punch on it. And when you get 10 punches, you get your free coffee and shit. They got something like that there. You spend $10, you get a free punch. So when you get all of it down, you get $5 off your next thing. And you would actually, anyone who smokes marijuana, in fact, anyone who smokes pot and has bought weed in the past 10 years knows you'll fill this thing out quickly. So this will end up being a free gram every month, almost guaranteed. Plus, they have the free PSC, patient supported cultivation program, where you get a free gram every month. If you're somebody who falls into the 20% off low income category, it is not worth it. I've done the math myself. You'll pay too much into the program. They had right now until the end of this month. If you rejoin, you will get into the program for free. Otherwise, if you fit into that low income bracket, don't do it because the math just doesn't work out. Here is to let everyone know that I'm for real, from a legal place. Everything I smoke on camera, everything I have completely legal from the DC Department of Health. I have a license to smoke marijuana. This is so much better than 007 with his license to kill. I'm gonna just pop out with this shit and be like, I got a license to get high. Let me do it now. Now y'all might want to take a screenshot of this right here. Because this right here is who I saw to get my recommendation. Now, my medical situation is a bit complicated, but knowing how DC goes, it doesn't take a complicated medical situation to get involved in the program. In fact, you have a problem with sleeping, you go to this man here, Dr. Patrick O'Fossey. Great guy. Talked with him a bunch of times. Actually really knows his stuff. You want to see him about other kind of stuff other than the marijuana, do it because he knows what he's talking about. He's a really good doctor. But you tell him you got a problem with sleep, hell, he'll give you, referral for marijuana because that's so much better than taking Ambien or some other shit like that. Finally, a doctor who realizes that. Good for him. So this is it. This is my setup that I'm going to be bringing y'all different reviews of strains, different the ways laws have changed in DC, what you can and cannot do. I'm hoping to bring on some local chefs to do recipes so we can all make our own. I'm hoping to go see local growers and see what they're doing in their closets because I'm sure some of that stuff is very, very exciting. Let's see. Let's give y'all a picture of the kind of bud I got. Because y'all are just seeing jars and like jars and empty bags. What the fuck is that? What is that? Who the hell wants to see jars and empty bags? I wouldn't want to see that. So let me try to help y'all. I had all my stuff color coded, but I'll figure it out. Just for y'all, I'll let y'all see in here. Let's see if we can make this happen. Get you in some light. Oh shit, you really can't see what's in there. That one I know is Master Kush. Ooh, some pineapple. I know this is pineapple. Yeah,